Hello and welcome. So let's just start with a really simple thought. Where are your customers, right? Where do they spend all their time online? Chances are it's not a huge mystery. It's probably inside, just a handful of apps that they're checking constantly, all day long. But here's the thing. A lot of businesses build their communication channels, well, way over there, on their own turf, on their websites. They're just kind of waiting for people to show up. And that right there, that creates this huge fundamental gap between where a conversation could be happening and where it's being forced to happen. And you know what? This disconnect, we can actually give it a name. It's the channel problem. It's that space between where your audience is actually living their digital lives and where your business is trying to talk to them. And closing that gap, that might just be one of the most powerful moves you can make. I mean, just think about the difference in effort here. A website chat, sure, it can be helpful, but it makes the user do all the work, right? They have to go find your website, navigate to the right page. It's a whole process. But a messaging app, that's totally different. It's instant. It's familiar. It's already on their phone, probably on their home screen. All that friction just disappears. So what's the solution? Well, it's actually beautifully simple when you think about it. Stop making people come to you. You've got to go to them. And that means embedding your AI, your automated conversations, directly into the platforms that they already use, that they already trust every single day. Okay, let's take a WhatsApp bot. It's a perfect example of this. From the user side of things, it's not some weird, complex new system they have to learn. Not at all. It just feels, it feels like texting a business. The whole conversation happens right there in the same app they're using to talk to their friends, their family. It's about as intuitive as it gets. And this brings us to a really, really critical advantage. Just plain old visibility. I mean, the open rates for messages on an app like WhatsApp, they just absolutely crush email. It's not even a fair fight. When you send a message here, you can be pretty sure it's actually going to get seen. And for stuff that's time sensitive, like an appointment reminder or follow up with a new lead, that difference is, it's everything. But, and this is a big but, you can't just copy and paste your website's chatbot into a messaging app. It just doesn't work that way. The platform itself, it has its own rules, its own unwritten social norms, and you absolutely have to let those norms shape the entire conversation you're designing. So first up, message length. Just think about how you text your friends. Do you send them a giant wall of text? Probably not. You send short, quick messages, right? A bot in WhatsApp needs to do the exact same thing. These long, dense paragraphs, they just feel totally out of place. It's overwhelming in a chat window. And then there's the tone of voice. This is so important. Messaging apps are social spaces. They're informal. So if your bot sounds like a legal document or some stiff corporate press release, it's going to fail instantly. It just won't fit. The tone has to feel warm, it has to be direct, and most of all, it has to sound human. So think about it. When you combine the massive reach of these platforms with conversations that are actually designed for them, it just fundamentally changes the game. It completely transforms how a business can interact with its audience, especially its scale. And that brings us to the real key takeaway here. The best, most effective bot isn't always the one with the most bells and whistles or the most complex tech. Nope, it's the one that's simply deployed in the channel your audience already uses, without even thinking about it. So this really brings us to a final thought for you to chew on. Which messaging platform do your users, your customers actually use the most? Take a second and really think about it. If you see a gap between where they are and where your business is responding, that gap right there, that's exactly